Have you ever wondered how some of the wealthiest people in the world, billionaires like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, or Warren Buffett, can legally pay less in taxes than the average middle-class worker? It's not a conspiracy. It's not illegal. It's not a glitch. It's a system perfectly legal, carefully designed and only understood by a few. Today, we're breaking down how the top 1% avoid taxes legally, and how you might be able to apply some of these strategies on a smaller scale. So grab a notebook, because this isn't just financial education. It's a peek behind the curtain of generational wealth. Let's start with the golden strategy of the ultra-wealthy. Buy, borrow, die. Here's how it works. First, they buy assets, not a salary, not cash. We're talking stocks, real estate, businesses. These assets grow in value over time, sometimes doubling or tripling over a few years. But here's the trick. Instead of selling those assets and paying capital gains tax, they borrow money against them. Let's say you own $10 million in stock. Instead of selling and paying tax, you walk into a private bank and say, "Give me a $5 million loan against my portfolio." They'll say yes, and guess what? That loan isn't taxed, because loans aren't income. You can now live tax-free using borrowed money, paying almost nothing in interest compared to what you'd owe in taxes. And the final part of the trick? Die. When they pass away, the assets go to their heirs. Thanks to something called the step-up in basis, all that built-up capital gain wiped clean. No taxes owed. Buy, borrow, die. It sounds like a thriller, but it's how dynasties are built. Now let's talk about something you've probably never heard of. Private placement life insurance, or PPLI. This is not your basic life insurance. It's a legal tax shelter used by ultra-wealthy families to grow and transfer wealth, completely tax-free. Here's how it works. A billionaire sets up a PPLI policy, often placing tens of millions of dollars inside it. That money is then invested, stocks, hedge funds, private equity, you name it. The growth inside this policy? 100% tax deferred. Better yet, when the money is passed to heirs through the life insurance payout, no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax. It's like wrapping your entire investment portfolio in a bulletproof tax shield. And it's totally legal because the IRS treats it as life insurance. It's the most powerful tax tool you've never been told about. Next up, real estate. You've probably heard that real estate is a good investment, but the real power comes from something called depreciation. Let's say a millionaire buys an apartment building worth $10 million. According to the IRS, that building loses value every year, even if in real life it's actually going up in price. This paper loss is called depreciation, and it lets you deduct millions of dollars from your income without actually losing anything. In some cases, real estate investors report negative income and still collect massive cash flow. Combine that with 1031 exchanges, which let you sell properties and buy new ones without paying taxes, and you've got the perfect tax avoidance machine. That's why real estate is the go-to vehicle for tax-free wealth. Now let's move into the generational game. The rich don't just think about money. They think about legacy. That's where family offices come in. These are private companies set up by wealthy families to manage everything: investments, taxes, estate planning, philanthropy, even vacation planning. A family office does what most people wish their financial advisor could do, except it's staffed with lawyers, tax specialists, and economists, all working full-time for one family. Now combine this with dynasty trusts, legal structures that allow wealth to be passed down for generations without being taxed. Some states like South Dakota and Nevada allow trusts that last hundreds of years. The goal? Lock up the money, shield it from estate taxes, and keep it in the bloodline forever. That's how wealth becomes permanent. Ever wonder why billionaires are so generous with charity? Yes, some do it out of goodwill, but others use it as a strategic tax move. By donating to their own private foundation, they can write off huge portions of their income, maintain control over how the money is used, pay themselves and their family members to manage the foundation. It's like giving money away to yourself. And the best part? The foundation itself is tax exempt. It's philanthropy with perks. So why isn't everyone doing this? Simple. The system wasn't designed for the average person to understand. It's a maze of legal jargon, loopholes, and $1,000 hour attorneys. Most financial education? It's about saving on coffee or budgeting your grocery bill. Meanwhile, the wealthy are playing chess with the tax code while most people don't even know the game exists. But here's the good news. You don't need to be a billionaire to learn from this. You can start small. Use an LLC for your side hustle. Understand real estate depreciation. Invest for long-term capital gains instead of high-tax income. Learn the basics of trusts and estate planning early. Because financial freedom doesn't start with money, it starts with knowledge. The game is rigged. But once you understand the rules, you can finally start to win.